loved to move. He had 11 ways into his house, not all on the ground floor. He liked dancing, games, and taking things apart. They didn't always go back together, but he wanted to know how everything worked. How does the radio play? How does the sun shine? Why are some stars blue? These mysteries still swirling through his mind when at 21, Stephen was given the answer to the ultimate question and told he had less than 3 years left to live. Stephen didn't care. His problems seemed tiny compared to those posed by the cosmos. So he got married and threw himself into his work. Even as his body deteriorated, his mind took off like a rocket. He developed theories on singularities and general relativity, contributed to our understanding of cosmology and quantum entropy, and he defied his doctor's orders when he refused to die, still alive a decade later, but completely paralyzed. And even though he couldn't move, his mind wouldn't pause. He fact-checked Einstein and found flaws. He developed his own set of mental tools that made the other physicists look like they were still using slide rules. He changed understanding of time and space when he proved that radiation is displaced in black holes. And then he completely lost the ability to speak, or any way to communicate. Black holes create massive gravity wells that absorb everything in their wake, allowing nothing to escape. Stephen spent nearly a year in that state, brain taking in everything around him in space, eyes peering out through the event horizon of a black hole. Until the day they invented a speech synthesizer and sent it to him, so they wired new hardware to his wheelchair and gave Stephen his new voice. He speaks by writing with the last functioning muscle in his face. At 5 words per minute, he has written 5 books, delivered hundreds of lectures all over the world, continuing to travel and teach, to study and research, never giving up his search for answers, still alive now 47 years after that fatal diagnosis. Doctors believe he has a special form of his disease. I say, Stephen is a special kind of man. He never cursed his disability. He considers himself lucky to have defied death for 50 years just so he can face down the biggest questions anyone can think of. Even as he sits stuck in the eye of the event horizon, Stephen imagines radiation particles splitting in the gravity well he creates and uses his last functioning muscle to smile.